Ernest was sitting in one of those low-to-the-floor entertainment chairs that little one-year-olds love to bounce around in and explore. I folded myself down by the side of him for a little conversation. "Hi, Ernest. My name is Judith. I like your red shirt. Do you like my blue shirt?" He was watching, his little finger following mine, mouth was moving as we continued our conversation. His mom interjected, "Sister Judith, don't you know Ernest can't talk?" "Well, I do, but watch him. His mouth's moving, he's trying to talk." "Oh, no, that's not the way they do. One day he'll just start talking." It's not my experience that children just start talking. What about cues and repetition, relationships and singing? Then I heard other parents say similar things. These responses discouraged and distressed me. Children of poverty, before they go to school, hear 1/3 of the words spoken, as do children of middle or higher income. Words are the basis for learning and negotiating, for planning, for relating. They let us share our hopes and even talk about our fears. Without words, children risk their success and opportunities in life. Without words, children often use force to express themselves. All the ramifications were breaking into my mind. It was as though I was having a mind quake, shifting. What was I doing on the floor? A high school principal for 25 years at a school for young women. Katrina came. I responded by engaging with displaced families like Ernest. Part of our relocation plan was to open a charter school as common ground in the neighborhood. I was glued to the first grade. I saw there children whose language development was exceptionally compromised. Their conversation skills were strained. Sitting in their desk, waiting their turn, asking and answering questions when time to do so. So many school-ready behaviors and habits were missing. I stuffed myself with observations, research, interviews, mind quakes. A pattern became clear. I had decided to call this pattern the self-defeating legacy behaviors of the generationally poor. Self-defeating behaviors. Then I realized I also, a child of privilege, an educated woman with ample resources, also have self-defeating behaviors. I believe you do too. We all do. We'll talk about this some more in a while. Critical questions. How can we assist parents to ensure that their children have a strong foundation in language? How can we assist again in ensuring these same children have the emotional and behavioral skills they need for school and for life? Our traditional response to poverty has been products: housing, food, medical, transportation, critical products. Products, though, do not change people. In some ways, these products have isolated the recipients, have made them more dependent. Products do not change people. Relationships change people. Relationships and partnerships can also reduce generational poverty. As I thought more about this, I realized that the most critical relationship most of us ever experience is, as an infant, that relationship with a responsible, caring adult. For people who grow up in poverty, they learn to be survivors. As survivors, they believe spoiling the child will make it weaker rather than stronger for its life journey, which will be tough. No. Without attachment, children lack that inner security, those healthy boundaries, the capacity for long-term relationships. They even are more prone to addiction. You know, another mindquake, this one's so painful. Encouraging news. The self-defeating behaviors regarding language development and early attachment can be recalibrated. With good relationships, they can be reduced. This will be hard work. It will be successful. I realize that early adopters are more prone to fail than to succeed. Do I want to be the one that risks that failure? I wavered, but I strengthened and motivated myself by saying what I believe over and over again. Not to try will be my greatest failure. Not to try. I developed a plan with 2 phases. Take Care is a facilitated process to engage neighbors in regenerating their neighborhood. Why a neighborhood? Social change, systemic change, never happens in a silo. A multi-generational environment is most effective for this social change, not just for its success, but for its sustainability. In the neighborhood, we visited and listened to what the neighbors had to say about the strengths and weaknesses. They prioritized these. Greatest strength, the heritage of the neighborhood, though it was at a tipping point of decline. The greatest needs, the environment. Blighted and empty homes need to be removed or filled. Make the neighborhood safer. Provide opportunities for all, especially the children, our legacy. We have strong outcomes. Among them, a neighborhood council meets regularly, studies and addresses the needs of the community. A neighborhood church assists neighbors who struggle with credit. The teenagers deliver the bulletins and greet the neighbors as they come to the door. Tommy's Place. Tommy's Place is our Child and Family Development Center and also a neighborhood resource. Tommy's Place will partner with parents for the healthy development of their child, as well as for themselves, beginning even at the prenatal phase. In neighborhoods such as the one we serve, 80% of the children start school with at least one developmental delay. Reducing the lack of language development, increasing the early attachment will significantly reduce those delays. As I thought about putting Take Care Neighborhood and Tommy's Place together, I got the image of a quilt. Each square put together well to form a solid whole. The reverse side, where I saw the stitches with the boxes, I gained the insight that we all have self-defeating behaviors. From our finest gated communities to the other end of the economic spectrum, isolation is the new normal, so to speak. For better, for worse. For the poor, their boxes isolate them, keep them in poverty. For those with resources, their boxes can allow them to create divisions. Do divisions make us stronger? We all learned early on, divisions diminish. Does diminishment make us stronger, make others stronger? We can shift the equation from division to multiplication. Not everybody is called to develop Take Care Neighborhoods or Tommy's Places. Everyone can step a little bit out of their comfort zone and greet someone you would normally ignore. Say a simple hello or give them a sincere nod of your head. Always smile at the children. My mind quakes did not allow me to choose differently. I am building a Take Care Neighborhood and a Tommy's Place. You can do the same however you choose to do it. In the things you say or don't say, do or don't do. In your actions, but most of all, in your beliefs and in your hopes. Not to try could be our greatest failure. Thank you.